Yo, what's up, doggies? It's your boy Ashton. I don't know why I said that, but I'm back. And today we have a pretty good review. You guys have seen these shoes already in my, or at least if you haven't, go check out my What's in My Soccer Bag $250 budget March 2015. Now you can already see the gold shining. I got the hypervenoms with me. Maybe I should give you a better view. Yeah, these guys. Woo! Okay, so I'm going to try a little something different today. I'm going to give you the straight up review, and then I'm going to give you an feet thing. Like, I'm just going to stand back there, and hopefully if there's good enough lighting. Wait, maybe I can get... Yeah, I guess it's good. Crap, I just dropped my cleat. Okay, so... let's give you the rep. Yeah, okay. So, I'm going to go back to what I used to do is I would go up to the front, the toe tip, and then I would go up to the upper tongue, and then behind and the inside. Then I go to traction. Okay, so right here with the toe tip, we have a regular toe tip. It's just like everything else. I mean, just like every soccer cleat, it's a very padded one inside. Like if you stick your hand up there, you can feel this really weird, like a nice feeling, kind of weird, gel almost. Yeah, like you know the ice pack, like with your ice pack, you know that kind of feeling. It's like that. So you can already tell it really feels good. But it's like, even if you guys disagree with me on that, it still feels pretty good. You got to admit, if you have this cleat, like, and it doesn't even matter which style, but it's just the same as every other cleat, like, or shoe based in general. Like, yeah, there's nothing really different about it from all the other hypervenoms. Just not the Fallon, but the Phantom. The Phantom. Of course, you can only get that in size 7 or 8 and over. I don't know if it's 7. It's probably 7. It's just I don't really check much because I'm always on the kids ones because yeah. So but now up to the upper. It has a very grippy upper. Like if you got my, like if you went out and got the other ones I reviewed, it doesn't have a grippy upper, and you can't strike the ball as well with this because this one. How do I describe it? How does it? Well, since there's those little creases, the padding is meant for the ball, and once you strike the ball, it's got good accuracy. If you hit the ball right and in the right way, I tested it out many times, and it just feels better than any other cleat. Like, I haven't tried the Vapor 10. Oh, that may be coming up in fall because I'm going to be playing fall soccer, but. And my mom said she would probably get me those if I'm like serious with soccer. So yeah, but the upper, it's a nice cushioned. It goes all the way around here and here. It stops at the back Nike swoosh. Right here, yeah. And I've never had like a good cleat like this, so it feels kind of cool if you're good. If you're a beginner, you can still get these cleats because they're around $55, $60. So they're not necessarily cheap, but I mean, if you have a decent amount of money and you want to spend it on something, you should spend it on these if you play soccer. Even with football, if you're planning on being kicker and puncher, it still helps with pushing back linemen and stuff. So, but yeah, and that's with the upper. Now with the tongue. The tongue is again very weirdly shaped. If it's your first time getting the hypervenom, I would be aware of the tongue because it feels very weird for your first time. Because I mean, like, if you can see, there's a little crease in the middle, like that, and it feels kind of weird at first, but after you get used to it, it's good enough, and after a while it gets in, and it's really thin, so it helps you just, like, that's what I forgot to say about the upper. Like, it's very thin, so it's like very responsive to when you kick the ball. It just flat out. But same with the tongue. The tongue is very thin. Like, I mean, like, look at that. That's really thin. Thinner than the last one, but that's because it was made out of a nice, like kind of a more padded material. Like that cleat is probably more for defenders, but this cleat is for offense, obviously. But or midfielder. I'm a midfielder, and these work great for it. But yeah, but once you get used to it, it actually feels really good, and it's really comfy, and it fits right. Now since we're on this part, let's talk about the laces. Now, the first laces that you get on the cleat, like the cleat I reviewed last time, they weren't as good quality as these. Like, of course, I put in new yellow volt ones, but they these are the cleats that they put more effort into the other ones. So of course they put in the matching laces, and I just noticed that like I thought it would just be black because the other ones had black and it was volt on the Nike swoosh. So just kind of noticed that, but also I kind of noticed that the laces were more higher quality than the black ones. That's why I switched them out. And yeah, so let's do. Okay. Oh, that was really dumb of me. Okay, there we are. Okay, now I'm gonna do the lining. The lining, of course, has that furry feel, so it doesn't grip the back of your foot a lot. You'll notice that your back foot is slipping a little bit more. So don't that's the only bad thing about it, in my opinion. So if you don't want to kind of have slip, then you probably shouldn't get these cleats. But honestly, I think you should get them even if you don't like slip, because I mean there's still that's one false thing about it that really. Oh well, there's two false things, but I'll get to that later. But yeah, there's only two false things about it. So actually, I do recommend it. And these are one of those cleats. Like other cleats don't give off much glare when they're gold, but these are way more glary. Once they hit that light, it just pops out at you. And in the video, it's a little dark because I don't have such great lighting because. Well, the thing is I have the movie lights and one of them isn't pointing over here, even though I want them over here because they're pointing on my bed, and when I go to sleep, it's just sometimes I get so tired I just go to my bed without the lights turned off. I'm really But yeah, sorry about the lighting. Now, also it has a removable sole, and it's a really comfy sole. It helps. This is one of the main things that help, that kind of stops the falseness, but it still stays there. But it does a little more support for gripping your heel, so it doesn't slip as much as it would with other soles. But this sole, it's, of course, since Nike made it, they wanted it to be good for the Nike soccer stadium socks. So once the Nike hypervenom stadium socks hit it, and you put your foot on it, take the sole out. How I tested it is I took the sole out, I put my foot on it, put it on my sock, and I started walking around, I started sliding around with it, and I kind of took the sock, took it and kind of rubbed it against my sock, or I laid it on the ground and I would step in it and kind of move it around on the ground, and it stuck with me pretty good because of the fur. It grips. This fur is kind of better material than the other fur on the cleat, on the lining. But yeah, and that's much it for the review. Oh, sorry, computer just shut off. And that's why my face went out of the dark. Sorry, that's been happening. But since we're in 10 minutes, I better hurry up. Because I only have like a 12, 13 minute thing. Or 14, 15 minute. I don't know. But, I'm going to give you guys an on-feet view. So you're going to get to see the real deal. Oh crap, I'm wearing pants today. Yeah. I'm only wearing pants because of this dumb weather. Gosh. And I'm not wearing my Nike socks, I'm wearing my Under Armour socks. So if you're like, oh, were you wearing, what kind of Nike socks are those? Because most people go with Nike socks if they're wearing Nike branded shoes, especially the hypervenoms. I've watched Josh from Soccer Reviews for You, and he wears his Elites when he puts on the hypervenoms, and one of the most professional people. Wait.
Where are you at?
Oh, okay. But that's my dad calling out my sister. But yeah, lots of famous YouTubers are good reviewers, good soccer reviewers. They wear Nike socks when they're wearing Nike branded cleats, and they wear Nike, or they wear Adidas socks when they're wearing Adidas cleats. Oh, guys, I almost, let me just tell you something, kind of interesting. I got the Adidas, A0S10, the one that has a nasty, like, traction, like, that looks like it will tear off the ground. And don't get the F10, because, honestly, it's not comfy, the laces are bad, and the quality isn't good. Like, the F50 is fine, but that was too expensive. So I got the F10, and the F10 sucked, and it was for the same amount of these, and these are great. Oh, I forgot to do the traction, but the traction is good, and what the other false thing in the traction, well, the other false thing is the traction. Don't wear them indoors on hardwood floors because they will get scraped up, but oh, this is cool. So here's wait one sec. I'm gonna get some stuff so I can see my life. I need to do it because I got lighting. This is thinking. Oh crap. Can't move it. Okay, well, I'm sorry for the lighting, guys. But these are the cleats themselves. Now, what you can notice about them is that they're very shiny, and they fit really well, and they just look like normal. They will never look like normal wearing shoes, and it will never feel like normal wearing shoes. So, if you want to have them feel like, you will never find, let me just tell you this, if you're going to play soccer and you're new to it, you will never find soccer cleats that feel like normal wearing shoes. But I'm almost out of my limit, so I gotta go. Bye, guys. Hope you liked the review. Bye.